Future Library is an artwork that's going to unfold over 100 years. Today we're in the forest because we're cutting down the trees to clear a space to grow Future Library. In a month or so we'll be planting right here in the forest about 1,000 trees, and when the trees are fully grown we're going to cut them down and print a book which is written now but never read until 100 years. We're inviting one writer a year over the 100 years to write a piece which could be anything, fiction, non-fiction, poetry, from one word to any length of words, and that'll be held in a special place inside the new library in Oslo, and then in 100 years time it'll be made public and printed, so nobody will read any of these texts until far in the future, not the next generation, maybe the next generation after that. It's amazing that we're even here today planting the forest, because this is the big kind of milestone really that we've actually put the roots in the ground and the trees are beginning to grow. So this is quite a momentous moment really for the project. This project has been so much about ideas and about the imagination, and it's really nice to be physically working with these roots in the plants and putting them in the ground and knowing that their growth is going to contain, effectively all the ideas of the writers growing through the roots over the years.
So proud. That's what forestry is about. And that's what city planning is about. We are making decisions today that are extremely important for 2 generations to come. Not for us only, but the next generations.
Here are the trees,
wow.
The future trees. We're going to be forming a trust of people that are going to care for the project, and every 10 years the people in the trust will probably change and then hand it on to the next people and the next people. Nobody else who's part of the project will ever read the piece that's written, which might be quite a strange experience for the writers.
If I were a writer, I think I would like to communicate. I think I must create a person, a reader, in 100 years. But I think then I would just jump to it. Then I would be thrilled.
The process of writing when somebody's going to read it, but you don't know them and you don't experience it now. So that'll be really interesting when we start meeting the authors, and the authors are going to be invited to come here to the forest, and hopefully their ideas are going to kind of grow through the trees, and the tree rings become a little bit like chapters in a book.
Can you imagine if somebody came to you tomorrow and telling you, I have this beautiful gift, a book, because your great-grandmother bought a certificate, an edition, without knowing, and now it's published and it's for you. What a gift that somebody thought that long term for me, wanting me to experience that.
I'm going to be building and designing a small room inside the Oslo New Library where the manuscripts will be held over the 100 years. And we're going to build the room using the trees that we've cut down in the forest. Anybody can go up and visit the room with Future Library text in it. Nobody will be able to read the text, but they'll be there and we'll be able to see the name of the author and the title of the text that they've written, but everything else is in your mind.